Being a GPAC recruiter means simply being the best of the best, being the best version of yourself that you can be day in and day out, and simple as that, I guess, in my opinion. I'm Brent Kramer. I'm a director here at GPAC. I've been with the PAC for 9 years now. I'm on the ag team. So I actually went to school for human resources. Coming out of school, I thought recruiting would be a good opportunity just to kind of get my foot in the door, I guess. I thought maybe, I'd do this for a year or two, gain some experience, then move on. But I'm still here 9 years later doing what, I enjoy doing. So, really you're here to help companies find candidates, and that there's a difference there. The difficulty and the rejection that you face kind of day in and day out, the no's, that was a little tough to swallow. It was a grind. There's no doubt about it, for sure. There were times where I wanted to hang it up and be done, but I just kind of stuck to the process, kind of relied on, some of the more senior recruiters at the time and the leadership, and they always talk about, the recipe for success that they have, and just, sticking to the basics. So I kind of held to that and kind of, came around that learning curve. After that, 6 months, the first 1 or 2 placements, the dominoes really kind of started to fall after that. So, having worked at GPAC for a while now, we've been through the peaks and the valleys, and we're one of the powerhouses in the industry, in my opinion. So we're in it for the long haul, and I think we have an advantage over our competition because we've been there, during the valleys, not just at the peaks. So I think GPAC as a whole places a really high emphasis on teamwork, and I've really taken pride in kind of the ag team that I work on and our ability to really support each other and be there for each other. So, I think teamwork is a really big value that, I place on myself and then our team as well. So as far as positive impacts, the biggest one, and I think you hear people talk about it a lot probably when you ask them, but financially, and that's, the truth of it. We do have the opportunity to earn a really good living here, and, was able to kind of set me up in the early stages of my life. Additionally, my wife, she recently went back to school here, and in doing so was unable to work. So we were a single income household with, just me working. So we were only able to do that because of the opportunity that GPAC provides. From a personal and professional standpoint, it's impacted me as well. I think I've really grown in my communication skills. I think that's one thing that you really have to hone, is your communication skills when you're working as a recruiter and doing this. Getting back to people timely and effectively, communicating with them, I guess. It's really helped me grow on that side of things too. So to be successful here, it takes a certain amount of internal drive and determination. Everybody's definitely here to support you and wants you to succeed, for sure. And you can reach out to anybody and they'd be willing to help, but it also has to come from within, for sure. You have to have, like I said, that, certain level of internal motivation and determination to be successful. So additionally, I think a big thing is that, we're really impacting people's lives here. You spend such a, long period of time at work. In some cases, obviously spending 40 plus hours a week, and that's a big part of people's lives. So being able to impact that positively. Additionally, the companies that we work with also rely on us to fill positions too. So I think that, drives and motivates me too, to know that I'm helping other companies grow and get to where that, they want to be as well. So yeah, really it's just consistency is kind of what it boils down to. Showing up day in and day out, doing the things that you need to do in order to be successful, I think will lead you to that path of success, for sure. Yeah, it just takes staying in front of all the companies in your digs, becoming a household name almost, if you will, by staying in front of them, whether it's, marketing calls, recruiting bulks, things like that, just, making sure that they know you and what you do. And additionally, when you get to that point where they want to use your services, make sure that you're providing a high level of service and, following up and, just meeting or exceeding all the expectations that they would have. And there's probably, some other things that, you can say we provide value to our clients with, whether it's, something as simple as coming up with a pay range. Say somebody has a position in mind, it's a a newly created position, they reach out to you and say, hey, we have this newly created position, we're just kind of still working through things. What do you think we would need to offer for this role to be competitive? I think there's other things that we provide our clients with outside of just strictly making placements. So obviously we have a lot of tools and resources, whether it's, GLIP, Ring Central, all that stuff. That's been really nice to have, to be able to stay in constant communication with our teammates. We have morning meetings every, Mondays and Thursdays with, the company in its entirety. And then additionally in our smaller teams, we have a couple, throughout the week as well. So, it's really nice to have those tools, be able to stay in touch with each other kind of day in and day out, and just rely on the technology that we have at our disposal to, continue to do what we do. So I guess when I had started, I never really thought that I would be able to be at this point someday, but here I am. So it just boils down to making placements. That gets me excited. Especially when you get that candidate that is just over the moon with the position. You got them out of a situation where they weren't really happy, and then you found them kind of the perfect fit that they were looking for, and they call you back super excited after they, accept an offer, and they're very thankful of you and what you're able to do for them. I think that's what gets me up, every morning, and, kind of day to day gets me excited, so.